Imagine being a teenager with dreams of making it big, and then actually achieving it. Now imagine changing the face of rock and roll forever, only to have your life cut short at the peak of your fame. This is the story of Ritchie Valens, a young talent who left a lasting mark on the music world with just a handful of songs. But what really happened to this young prodigy, and why does his legacy still resonate more than 6 decades later? Let's dive into the life and end of this talented star in tonight's episode, Ritchie Valens and the Flying Guitar. Ritchie Valens was born Richard Stephen Valenzuela on May 13, 1941, in Pacoima, California. His family was of Mexican and Yaqui Indian descent through his great-grandfather, and from an early age, he showed a deep love for music. By the age of 5, he was already learning to play guitar and showing a keen interest in traditional Mexican music, as well as the rock and roll sweeping across America. But Ritchie's early years weren't all easy. His father passed away when he was just 10, leaving his mother to raise Ritchie and his siblings alone. Despite these challenges, music remained his anchor. He taught himself to play several instruments, and by high school, he gained a reputation as a talented musician among his classmates. But it wasn't until he joined a local band that his journey to stardom really began. In 1958, at just 16 years old, Ritchie's life took a dramatic turn. While performing with the Silhouettes, a local band, Ritchie caught the attention of Bob Keane, the owner of Delphi Records. Keane saw potential in this young artist and signed him almost immediately. In July of 1958, Ritchie recorded his first songs, including Come On, Let's Go, which became an instant hit. His youthful energy, combined with his unique fusion of Latin rhythms and rock and roll, captivated audiences. But it was his next single that would solidify his place in rock and roll history. La Bamba was unlike anything mainstream America had ever heard. Originally a traditional Mexican folk song, Ritchie reworked it with a rock and roll twist, creating a fusion that appealed to both Latino and non-Latino audiences. This wasn't just a hit song. It was revolutionary. In an era when Spanish-language music rarely crossed into the American mainstream, La Bamba broke cultural barriers. It was a huge commercial success, reaching number 22 on the Billboard charts. Ritchie Valens was suddenly a name on everyone's lips. But fame wasn't all glamour for Ritchie, and his rise would soon face an unimaginable tragedy. In January 1959, Ritchie joined the Winter Dance Party Tour alongside some of the biggest names of the time, including Buddy Holly and J.P. the Big Bopper Richardson. The tour was grueling, with the musicians traveling in freezing buses with broken heaters. Yet night after night, Ritchie gave electrifying performances, bringing his infectious energy to every stage. But the relentless winter conditions took their toll. Tired and sick, the musicians were eager to find any reprieve. This set the stage for a tragic decision, one that would change music history forever. On February 3rd, 1959, Ritchie, Buddy Holly, and the Big Bopper boarded a small plane headed for the next stop on the tour. But shortly after takeoff, the plane crashed in a field near Clear Lake, Iowa, killing everyone on board. Ritchie Valens was only 17 years old. A promising life and career were cut short, just as he was on the brink of international stardom. The world was left in shock, and that day became famously known as the day the music died. But though Ritchie's life was short, his influence has been anything but. Ritchie Valens' impact on music has only grown over the decades. He was one of the first Latino artists to make it big in the American rock scene, paving the way for future Latino artists across all genres. Songs like La Bamba have continued to inspire artists worldwide, blending cultures and showcasing the power of diverse musical heritage. In 1987, the biographical film La Bamba, starring Lou Diamond Phillips, brought Ritchie's story to a whole new generation. The movie was a box office hit, sparking a renewed interest in his music and helping to keep his memory alive. Ritchie Valens may have only released a few songs, but his impact on music and culture is undeniable. He showed the world that music knows no boundaries, and that one person, no matter their age or background, can truly make a difference. So next time you hear La Bamba, or see his name mentioned, remember the young man who dared to dream big, and even in his short life, left a lasting mark on music history. Ritchie's life reminds us all of the power of passion, courage, and the importance of representation in every field. Thank you for joining me in remembering Ritchie Valens. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and let us know in the comments which Ritchie Valens song is your favorite and what impact his story has had on you. Until next time, keep the music alive.